Hello, I'm going to do a series of mini pre-recorded webinars that cover the basics of how to fill out the grant application. These webinars are going to be categorized by sections as noted in the application. The 2017 Community-Based Juvenile Services Aid application for both the CB and EB grant program was released on October 3, 2016. This webinar will cover Section 8 of the grant application, which is electronic submission. Section 8 is new for 2017. An electronic copy of the grant application has been required to be submitted along with one original and 2 copies for several years now. However, Section 8 is changing how you're going to electronically submit this application. So I'll go ahead and read through this script for you. As project director of this grant application, I assure that this electronic PDF submitted to the Nebraska Crime Commission is the final document which will be signed by the authorized official. I acknowledge I am required to submit an electronic copy to the Crime Commission. I acknowledge that a scanned version of the electronic copy will not be accepted. The electronic copy must be submitted as a PDF version of the original Microsoft Word document. I acknowledge that one original and 2 copies must be mailed to the physical address of the Nebraska Crime Commission as stated in the request for application. By checking the box below, I certify and acknowledge this requirement for electronic submission. So the project director listed on this grant application will double click and check this box, and then they will type their name and put the date in this box. The reason that I'm doing this year is because what has happened in the past is that the grant application gets signed and then the whole application gets scanned as a PDF and then emailed to me or emailed to staff. That has been very hard for grant reviewers to actually go through and read because many of the scanned copies are very, very hard to read. They don't scan correctly, they're scanned sideways, some pages are missing, some pages are crunched up. It doesn't look professional and it's very hard to read. Additionally, if I wanted to search for a request, if I wanted to actually search the document, if I'm looking for a specific, the diversion program, I cannot do that because the words are unidentifiable on the actual application. So this year, what I'm doing is I'm allowing you to submit the electronic version of the application without signatures. I repeat, the electronic copy of the application can be submitted without signatures. However, the same requirements apply to one original and 2 copies that are mailed to the Crime Commission. That does not change. Do exactly what you've done before. And in the request for application, on page 9 of the request for application, fax copies will not be accepted. Submit 1 original, 2 copies, and 1 PDF of the application. This is the exact same thing. It's just the electronic submission is changing for the community-based aid program only. The Nebraska Crime Commission will not be held responsible for late applications due to mail service issues. The Nebraska Crime Commission is located on the 5th floor of the Nebraska State Office Building at 14th and M Streets. In the case of severe weather, contact us, our office, prior to attempting to deliver your application. New requirement, I'm going to repeat this again. The 1 PDF copy that is emailed to the Nebraska Crime Commission cannot be scanned. After the application is completed and prepared for the authorized official signature, Save this document as a PDF without any signatures. Section 8 in the grant application acknowledges that the electronic PDF submitted to us is indeed the version of the grant application that will have all necessary signatures and be mailed to the Nebraska Crime Commission. The requirement for submission of one original and 2 copies remains the same and is stated above. That must have all appropriate signatures. Your application will not even be considered if that information is not sent to the Nebraska Crime Commission on time. And I'm specifically referring to all 3 pieces, but the original and the 2 copies that are physically mailed to the Crime Commission must include all signatures. This year, you're going to send your PDF copy to me, cynthia.kennedy@nebraska.gov. It must be to me by 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on Monday, January 9th, 2017. Again, it cannot be scanned. So let me go ahead and show you how you can do this. So you fill out your whole application, and you're ready for signatures. All you would do is go to File, Save as Adobe PDF, put it wherever you choose, and it's converting it to an Adobe PDF now. Still converting. And here it is. So as you can see, that's where I typed. And as you can see, if I want to search for something and I push Control F and say I want to search for the word electronic, it brings me up to it right there on the screen. With a scanned copy, I'm not able to do that. It's not searchable. So what is happening here by signing this and certifying this, you are saying that this electronic copy of the application that is being emailed to me, it's the exact same thing as the 1 original and 2 copies that you are physically mailing to the Crime Commission. That does include all the signatures. If you have any questions this year about the new requirement for electronic submission, it's very important that you reach out to me and contact me to make sure that we have everything in place and that you're submitting everything correctly, so there's no issues when it comes time to submitting your application. Again, physically mailing it to the Crime Commission. The 1 original and 2 copies, nothing about that changes. It must include all signatures, all required forms, all memorandums of understanding with partnering counties or tribes. And this concludes the webinar for Section 8, the new section on electronic submission.